not losing it, or I feel like I have no light. What the hell? I feel dim. I feel dim to you? Something sticky on my hand. I don't understand. I don't get it. Is there anything you react to?
They may have lost 500,000 young men. Unbelievable.
Do we think that what is Constantine tweeted in relation to the current push that Ukraine is doing? What do you think he's tweeted?
It persists when we're now told they may.
Oh, it's
me included.
the gloves are off. 100%.
Russia persists when we're now told they may have lost 500,000 young men.
Is he talking casualties or deaths? 500,000.
Unbelievable. That just shows you how distorted and how bad people can actually be to let that continue.
It's a cultural thing as well, John. I think we talked about it last time. But if you look at the casualties in World War II, for example, the Soviet Union lost 20 million people.
Do you think that is he going to be critical of Republicans for blocking more support to Ukraine? Do you think, or
look at the wars with Finland, for example, in which the Soviet Union invaded, lost hundreds of thousands of men for very little territorial gain or any practical gain, really. This is in Russian culture, in Russian kind of mythology, the idea of sacrificing lots of soldiers for the greatness of Russia.
Is he going to be critical of Republicans? So when Brianna Wu had her conversation with them a couple of months ago, she brought that up. She mentioned that Republicans were stonewalling legislation in terms of funding Ukraine, and he just sidestepped it. So no, I don't think. I mean, I haven't seen this whole fucking thing, but there's no question he'll completely sidestep it.
Oh, crazy! Moscow-born Constantine doesn't want to speak to supporting Ukraine. Okay, makes sense.
But he's a centrist because remember, he says he disagrees with Trump on some things.
That's good.
He didn't go
whatever
into
those
any
things
detail
are.
Whatsoever.
But, yeah, probably the vaccine and warp speed, but okay.
Yeah. So the thing that the frustrating thing about this is when he says in the beginning, when they turn the topic to Trump, he says that Bill Ackman, who's a billionaire, he's like, this guy used to be liberal, used to be progressive, but now he's a Trump supporter, and he's become so disillusioned because he recognizes all these lies about Donald Trump. I've noticed when it comes to centrists talking about lies about Donald Trump or their disagreements with Donald Trump, they never elaborate. They never give any examples about what we're lying about when it comes to Trump.
It's always little things in the media, or it'll be like, oh, that time they said that he threw all the fish in with the Japanese emperor or president or whatever, or it'll be like Russiagate. They'll just say like a broad thing. That's the only thing they say. But they never talk about what about all the lies that Democrats or what about all the lies that Republicans say about Democrats? That doesn't move you one way or another ever. Like Donald Trump is literally right now in Truth Social retweeting literal fake AI images, trying to say that the Harris campaign was passing these off as real. Like that doesn't bother you at all? Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, not to totally throw DGGer and so-called principled libertarian Lactoid under the bus, because I do like Lactoid. I like sparring with him, but like every other libertarian, he's definitely more of a Trump supporter than not.
I should try to do the thing
so-called
I did.
And so-called libertarians, they'll bitch about
I don't know why I did that.
Any sort of like Russiagate's a good example yet, because people say that was a lie. Well, it wasn't a lie. There were strong connections between the Trump campaign and Trump administration with Russia. And I even go so far, there was no proof of I guess
no spoiler alert, because we are going to read that Mueller report. That is on the agenda. But go ahead.
Yeah, but like even when they say, Stephen, that he didn't conspire with Russia. Okay, you're right. There's no proof of that. But I'm sorry, when he's publicly asking Russia to hack the DNC or to look for Hillary's emails, I know they try to spin it as a joke, but I do think that that's something that should be held against Trump. I'm not saying necessarily criminally.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just so fucking infuriating that he is always graded on a curve Now, this is 3 weeks old, so I don't know how he feels about Vice President Harris, but I guarantee you, if you were to look through his Twitter feed, he has nothing positive to say about the Vice
What? You don't think
President.
he's praising the fact that we have a much younger person now who's nominated? You don't think he's praising that? You don't think he's obviously choosing her?
No, and even at the risk of potentially pissing them off, because they don't like when they're brought up here, but I'm going to throw Adam from Sitch and Adam under the bus here, because Hutch and I had a conversation with him recently, Sitch and Adam both, about Trump versus Biden. It was before Biden dropped out, and Adam said, well, I'm supporting Trump, or I'm going to vote for Trump because of the cognitive decline of Biden. If for nothing
I think I can
else.
do this.
And when we
I think the
tried
way
to
you do
press
it is
him on
this.
this, he really didn't want to be interrogated
gonna fuck
on it,
myself
even
or
though he
not.
made an affirmative claim as well.
Or is he gonna indicate it?
He's like, it's just democracy. You can vote however you want. And
Negate it. I
I
dare
remember
you.
asking him, and I think even Hutch did too, like,
He's gonna
okay,
negate it.
let's say Biden steps down. Are there any Democrats that you would support over Trump, right? If the only issue is age and cognitive decline, let's say a younger Democrat comes along, and of course he wouldn't
then I
commit
do
to
this
it. And now
first.
that's the reality, as far as I know, he blocked me, but as far as I know, he still hasn't walked it back. So I do not believe that there is such a thing in American politics as a true centrist. I've never seen a centrist where they bitch about Trump in equal measure. Like Dave Smith, I think Joe Rogan gave him a shout out recently after Rogan.
I saw, yeah.
Yeah, but I've never seen Smith like really complain about Trump, and certainly not when the conversation is about Trump versus a Democrat. He may in a vacuum.
Well, somebody did link in 2022. He was very upset that Trump still had foreign policy where the United States had any military. So, he did have that criticism, which is good.
Okay, so let me ask you then: have you encountered a centrist that will criticize Trump, but obviously we're finding centrists who have bigger issues with the Democrats than Trump? Have you ever found a centrist where it's the opposite, where they're like, you know what, fuck, I really don't like Joe Biden, but there's no way in fuck I'm going to support Donald Trump? That somebody basically who is
These
a Biden
people don't exist.
Wait, what?
They don't exist.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Ridiculous.
Wait. Oh,
All right, buddy.
What?
Enjoy the rest of the conversation.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, see you. Bye.
For the nation.
I can't even summon this, by the way.
It's,
I just realized I don't
pretty
think my
normal.
graveyard.
And by the way, it used to be pretty normal in most countries. Actually. Think about Napoleon,
What?
for example. Napoleon, had no problem sacrificing hundreds of thousands
Oh, no,
of
wait.
men for
As
the
long as he
glory
puts something in his
himself,
graveyard, I can do
but
it.
You know what I mean. So Russia still has that mindset, and I think we delude ourselves in the West if we imagine that there is a level of casualties on that scale, at least, that would be a strong deterrent to Russia. That wouldn't be. What would be a strong deterrent would be if they were losing, and if someone came in and said to them, look, you can keep losing, or you can do this deal now. And I've said from day one, as you know, I was on Question Time a week after Putin invaded Ukraine, and I made this point then, and I've been making it ever since. The likely outcome here was always going to be that the Ukrainians would have to put up a fight, give Russia a bloody nose, and then come to the negotiating table, give away some things that, frankly, I use the term don't care about. Now, of course, people in Ukraine care about Crimea and regions to the extent that it is technically part of their country, but it hasn't been for some years now.
Thank you, Moscow Constantine.
It's unlikely to be recovered without significant ramping up of Western support. And so the question is, what was all this for? Because when you say Russia may have lost up to half a million men, you have to recognize that Ukraine has lost hundreds of thousands of men too, almost certainly. And
so I'm going to special summon this, I'm going to banish this with
destroyed, and what was all this for? And my view always was that if we were going to support Ukraine to fight and encourage them to fight,
get Raider
then it had
Knight.
to be
Oh,
for one
he
very
XC
important objective, the only important objective in this entire conflict, which is to preserve Ukraine's sovereignty for the next 100 years. For the next 100 years. Now, how do you do that? Well, it's either membership of NATO, it's some sort of Korean-style scenario, or it's UN peacekeepers or something where it's no longer a piece of paper.
Banish it?
You are now part of some sort of bloc, which means you're physically safe from ever being invaded by Russia again. That's the only thing that was ever worth fighting for in Ukraine.
So my side of the field.
And that's the deal that now needs to be struck. How you achieve that, that's going to be a challenge, but I certainly don't see it being achieved by the current US administration.
You've been very generous with your time. Finally, let me just ask you this. What impressions did you form of the vast Australian country?
Oh, I can't tell you how enthused I was. I really can. And I made the joke whenever I traveled around that, Australians are kind of like those Japanese soldiers stuck on those islands, still unaware that the war was over. And it's a very cynical joke about the state of the Western world. But I have to say, I think perhaps, I was told recently that the way the English that's spoken into the former colonies is actually more authentic to the English that people spoke in Britain at the time of colonization. And I think in some ways the embers of Western civilization are continuing to smolder in places like Australia,
you can't
where
special summon.
perhaps we sometimes don't feel here for all sorts of reasons. But I was very enthused, I have to say. And I think it was wonderful to see a country that...
Okay, I'm bored. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to put this in defense position.
What is this?
You know, it's crazy. The amount of people that are saying the best veneers that they've ever seen. Thanks so much. But I'm even happier now because of all the comments and all the messages I get, and then people stop me saying, God, where'd you get your teeth done? They look so... That's what I was a bit nervous when I got them done, because I thought the last thing I want is to get my veneers done and then for not to look natural, you know. I wanted to keep the natural look, so that's why I got them exactly like
This has to be a meme video, right?
Perfect. Now, I don't want to gatekeep. I went to Turkey to get these done, which I think...
When I remember, tweeting about this guy actually when he was doing these. You couldn't write a better finale to the last 8 years of a demented president resigning and handing over the candidacy to someone who was picked because she had a vagina of color.
Pace Constantine Rose.
Bazed. Good one.
So a lot of people on the internet have been pointing out that Kamala Harris talks a little bit more black when she's talking to black people. And as someone who also talks blacker around black people, what'd it do? Y'all been good though? Oh, you know, I'm just letting my nuts hang. I take offense to that. I mean, yeah, it's a condition that I've had my whole life. I'll be talking to a white guy in just my normal voice.
Why is this shit so laggy?
And a black guy shows up and windy as shit out here. Howdy. What'd it do? Yeah, some people call it code switching, which is a term I do not like. Yes, sir. Even if I do happen to switch from talking about computer code to a white guy, you JavaScript or Python. They're talking about street code to a white guy. I'm not one to snitch personally, but yeah, where the bitches at though, you know what I'm saying?
Storm's coming, they're going in.
Yeah, but they see me coming, you know what I mean? They be coming back out.
My man.
You know, I've obviously tried to just speak the way that I normally do. What'd you shoot, boys? How's the crash been affecting your portfolio?
Not too bad.
You guys know a chiropractor? It's just not something that's possible for me. That man's over there, he not like us, you know what I'm saying? They not like us.
Not like us.
Tricked. Me too. Yeah. I just think he has better flow, you know what I mean?
Sure. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good one.
Respect, brother.
All right now.
Do you want handshake? Is that cool?
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm always looking for that top praise, which is a cool handshake from a black guy. Respect on the drip, brother. It can be very disheartening when I don't get it. Yeah, we're just checking, man. Chilling. How you doing? Chilling. Sorry. How are you doing? Would you hear Dave's coming to town? Chappelle. Did you hear Dave's coming to town? Matthews? Did you see the new episode of Real Time this week? I'm still catching up on Club Random, so I haven't got to it yet, but sometimes it'd be like that though, right?
Yeah, you know, yeah.
We're gonna play basketball if we wanted to potentially.
Oh, nah, I'm cool, man. I'm just cooling, man.
Well, just like a half hour if you wanted to come through.
Nah, I'm good, actually.
We could even do like a quick 20-minute deal.
Can I activate another branded fusion? Is it this activation or is it or did this get activated? Let's find out.
Talking black to them, and I loved the way that made me feel. Kicks are fire.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they loved it too. What's the spiciest one you have? There's my shit right here.
Aw, rip. Fuck me.
That burns.
Why can't I activate that?
And I wish it did stop there, but it does extend to other races as well. My friend. I'm just on tech support right now. How much
Fuck!
for,
I fucking fucked my shit up, dude.
Cheese pizza pie. Oh yeah, just a You don't have to, I don't want it too hot. Sometimes they put it in there for too long. Chinese always stick around. I don't really do that one, but...
No, I don't mean...
And it's not just men either. I actually fucks with nature too.
Good.
Yeah. Ryan.
Ryan, my name is Jay.
People call me Armani, but
Armani, I like that.
This is a legitimate condition that should be empathized with and not something for you to make jokes about on the internet. I love him, Dave Matthews. Oh, again, good to meet you. Y'all have a good one, huh?
Yo, you too now.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why that guy's attacked him. Oh, Drew! Oh my God,
to
Drew!
Public affection between Walls and his wife. Here's a montage of clips from the love affair that is Donald and Melania. Oh Jesus!
We got him!
Oh Jesus! Why? What's happening?
Sorry guys, we get to make fun of Trump. Look at this loving couple.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. He's trying. Oh.
Why though? Oh, why?
Oh. Oh.
Wait, do they ever hold hands? It must happen at least once, right?
Oh my god.
Well, that.
Really doing poorly. We're a laughing stock all over the world, and we're going to get that changed very quickly. And this has been some.
What?
Jesus.
Trump, are you going to return to the campaign trail with your husband? Stay tuned.
My God.
Together like that.
2 hours of Ryan Long brutally bombing as Kill Tony guest.
You know, sometimes I'd hire a big Japanese massagist to come in and whatever happens, happens.
Massagist?
I love
Masseuse?
it. It's like a
If you refer to a 14-year-old girl as a moped. When your dad bought you that outfit for work, this is not what he had in mind.
I'm a waitress. I've been a waitress since high school.
Okay. Very, very good.
He's also a waiter, serving up that big cock. Am I right?
How many of you like it when comedians do good on this show? How many of you like it when comedians do bad on this show? Where'd you serve?
Russia.
Man, for Pizza Hut. What the fuck is this?
Listen, I'm not surprised David's funny because he does look like Patrice O'Neal wearing a fatter suit.
That was horrible.
Fuck!
I hope they never let I hope they
You're
never
right.
let your
Fuck.
ass. They
Fuck.
better not never let
All right,
you
what do you got?
Canada
Give
again
it.
with that bullshit, motherfucker. Your ass.
Ryan
Well,
Long, let me
tell-
introduce you to my friend David Wide.
How about this? Everyone thinks that Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday for religious reasons. It's just because he goes there Saturday.
Ryan, you look like Travis
That's
Barker.
not bad.
You look like Travis Barker gay brother.
Yeah, where was
nigga.
this
Shut
guy?
your ass.
You gotta
Oh,
let
fuck.
him.
No,
You
they-
gotta
all
let
right,
him make
all
fun of you back. Just because your joke didn't work doesn't mean you get to step all over.
Yeah, bro, fucking gay ass. You fucking flamboyant, ostrich-looking motherfucker.
That's 3 gay jokes in a row. Is that,
What he does.
is that the
It's what he
formula?
You know those.
Okay.
Are we good? Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this special PF Young Media shareholders meeting. We have some very exciting news to share. As many of you know, our flagship product here at PF Young Media has always been enlightened centrism. We took a dying brand, often used as a slur against the politically homeless, and we reinvigorated it with humor, charisma, and a philosophical commitment to combining the idealistic and transformational power of progressivism with the time-tested wisdom and stability of conservatism. Together, we would use those two approaches to life.
I don't want this to be
build
60
bridges,
cards. How can I cut it down to
usher in a
50?
new
Or like...
enlightened centrist framework
well,
that
no.
catalyzes
To be fair,
positive
grass
and
looks greener
life-affirming
at 60.
changes for our fellow human beings. Well,
nice.
in the spirit of this mission, it is with bittersweet emotions that I announce PF Young Media is officially rebranding from enlightened centrism to far-right ethno-supremacist crypto-fascism. The board did not take this decision lightly, and in the interest of transparency,
I have too many
we'd like to
bestials.
share with you the 3 foundational activities that PF Young Media
So let's just go
performed
with
that
this.
informed this decision. Let's start with our product portfolio.
Fuck this card.
PF Young Media paid a bunch of 23-year-old McKinsey consultants
Paul challenged
this
you to a
card.
debate on J6, please. Paul who?
Well, no.
to come in and review our recent portfolio
Fuck you.
of videos and memes. They identified 3 key themes. Theme number 1, a strong bias for pro-Trump content. Many of our recent live streams seem to deviate from a centrist perspective, with titles like Why I Am Probably Voting for Trump, Trump is the best president of all time, and I literally love Donald Trump so much it's borderline
Oh, this
homosexual.
guy. Oh, if you wanted to, sure.
Theme number 2, direct assaults on democracy. One of our lead anchors was, unfortunately, caught on a hot mic multiple times, saying things like we should be restricting the voting rights of U.S. citizens.
I think it's good.
This guy has been cozying up to you on stream the past month or so. Why? You don't have to cozy up. He literally just DM me. We could chat. I feel like I chat with almost anybody. What? There's not like not a strategy to go by stream.
Those clips for you.
We have talked before. I think once or twice on different things. Okay, this is fine. This is okay. Small streamer leaks his income from Twitch ad revenue.
Did you, Fugazi? Yeah, bro. Ads don't make money. I shouldn't run them. Oh wait.
Ads are like floaties, bro. They're keeping me up, bro. That
Is this in a month? Okay, he's not that small. If this was last month, he's not a small streamer. No. Bro made $20,000 from ads? What the fuck? I know nothing. But what the fuck? I thought like, oh, okay, he's making a lot of money from subs. He makes like $1,000 from subs. So he made $20,000 from fucking ads? Holy fuck. How many fucking ads is he doing? Am I crazy? That seems fucking insane, no? Bro has nearly a thousand subs. Why is he only making... What the... Oh, they're all gifted subs. No. No, I'm not... What? Bro's making like... 3.5K from subs. And then like $20,000 from fucking ads. What the fuck? Is this insane?
He's something. He must be
like, this is insane, no?
He must be botting, or he's doing something.
Ooh, oh, you could be botting and then all your bots watch your ads. Oh, maybe. Right? Because that really is... But he has 600 subs. I don't know.
He's doing something here.
Well, I say that. What the fuck is $20,000 in ads?
To hack this, 100%. Something is wrong here.
Right? Like, there's no way you make 20K off of subs, right? 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 Am I crazy?
People are saying he runs ads every 4 minutes. For what? For 3 minutes?
Bro, that would be so fucking insane. Yeah, but how are you getting viewer retention with that?
4,080 minutes of ads and 16,230 minutes of streaming, averaging 956 viewers. 1 minute of ads every 4 minutes of watching.
Yeah, that's what I would assume, is that you would do bots on your, and then you would spam ads. What the fuck?
When it says 1 minute of ad every 4 minutes of watching, that means in 5 minutes he's run 1 minute of ads, right? Or does it mean in 4 minutes he's run 1 minute of ads?
I would assume 5 minutes, 1 minute. At 5 minutes, every 5 minutes you've watched 1 minute of ads, which is insane. That's like, that's way more than TV or any, like, what?
It would be 1 minute of ads and then 3 minutes of watching.
Yeah, is that? Oh, no, you're right. Based on this math, no?
What would his fill rate and CPM have to be? Like, even if he was running this many ads.
Well, can I just do the math? 4,000 minutes of ads. I don't know my calculator. Well, I have my phone. That's a clock. He's making, let's just call it 20 grand. And then we'll call it 4,000 minutes. He's making $5 a minute on ads. So that's $5 an ad. No? Did I do that wrong? No, I think that's right. Yeah. That's $5 an ad. Which is like what the fuck? Am I crazy? I don't know. I know nothing.
There's no shot. Have any other big streamers talked about this? There's just no way that this is the case. This can't be, even if he was running ads that much, there's just no way that he would be getting
yeah, 20. That's $5 a minute.
If you, let's say you're running 6 minutes of ads, every 30 minutes you do a 3-minute ad break. I don't know if they still have these buttons. So you're doing 6 minutes of ads for 54 minutes of content. He's doing in 60 minutes of content. He's doing 25% are ads. So in 60 minutes of content, he's doing 15 minutes of ad breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Whereas an ordinary streamer might be doing 3 to 6. So he should be making 5 to 2.5 times what an ordinary streamer would make. 5 to 2.5 times. So let's imagine he's making 5 times as much. So an ordinary streamer running 3 minutes of ads, let's assume they're making 1/5 even. 20,000 a fifth would be 4,000 in ads. Well, could he be?
This just seems insane to me.
Would you make $4,000 in ad revenue a month?
Oh, we're reacting to reaction to reaction.
1,000 concurrent viewers? Streaming less than 300 hours. One, I'm not even sure if you could do that, but maybe you could. Maybe you could. Number one, maybe you could. But the second issue would be there's no shot that you are serving all of these ads that people are watching them. There's just no way.
Yeah, there's no way someone's watching an ad.
Nobody's going to sit and watch a stream where every 3 minutes you're getting a minute of ads. I don't believe that. They have to be ad blocking, or they have to be
bots.
Or do you get paid ads for trying to serve ads to a subscriber? I'm gonna make
bro just knows 900 loyal people. Bro has 900 loyal friends.
Guess, having absolutely no idea what's going on. I'm gonna make a random guess. What if?
Bro just played the game. He saw the Facebook post. He's like, would you rather have 1,000 loyal friends or like $1,000 or whatever the fuck, or $1 million? And then he chose the 1,000 loyal friends, and this is him. This is bro.
There's no way this is true. There's no way this is true. But what if Twitch pays you based on when you run the commercial button, Twitch looks at the viewers you have, like the geographic region, because that's where they're filling, and then they pay you for running the ad button. But then what if there's a separate system or a separate module that determines if an ad is actually served, and you can actually exhaust serving ads to people, but you could keep pushing the commercial button, and even though it's exhausted on the ad serving part, you're still making money when you push the button because the calculation is different from the actual ad injection or ad delivery, maybe? That would be a really goofy way. Well, that system might solve a few problems relating to reliable revenue for streamers or for other issues relating to ad fill, maybe. It would but it would just, you'd lose money on that because streamers would be, I wonder if that could be the case then. So he's just smashing the commercial button and he's still getting money for it every time he pushes the button, but the viewers aren't actually seeing ads because the inventory just isn't there, or there's a cooldown or something. So he's found a way to cheat the system, maybe?
Oh, he finally ashes me. Fucking
that would be my guess. But I with absolutely no background understanding, I'm not sure that, because this is just not possible. There's no way that you're making this much ad revenue off of only 1,000 concurrent viewers, streaming 270 hours a month. I can't believe that. No shot. Is this per month? Yeah.
Hold on. Let's rip a card from his hand because I'm gonna max CM. So if I can rip something hard enough, he will just give up. Oh wait. Oh shit. What am I doing? I'm adding. If you're putting.
Yeah, and then this too. Last pay period, he got $27,000.
Wait.
No shot.
Oh, I just do this.
Are ads served to Americans worth more than other viewers? Yes. America is generally, I think, the most profitable region to serve advertisements to. What is this catch?
So I won't add brand new future back to my hand because then I won't be able to activate it with fusion duplication. So I just leave that in there, I think, and I just activate this and I summon.
No way Twitch doesn't catch someone doing
Grand
that.
Wignall, and then I fusion duplication.
It might just be a small enough amount of money that they don't care in the grand scheme of things. Maybe.
Yeah, he's fucked. It's okay. I'm gonna be able to lock him. Oh my god, he's infinite impermanencing me. Bruh! Bruh! It's fine. It's okay. He's gonna have nothing in his hand. It's no big deal.
Are those numbers relevant to what you think it would be? If somebody had 1,000 concurrent viewers and were running ads, it's been a long time since I've seen like what ads pay out on Twitch. But my guess would be anywhere from 1 to 5.
I don't have anything in my graveyard
if you're
though.
running a decent number of ads with 1,000 concurrent viewers, that'd be my guess.
Okay.
It would be 1 to 5K a month, maybe.
Activate Max C, baby. Call by the grave. I fucking. Oh, he's outside of this.
Oh, I could reach other streamer friends and see how much they got on ad revenue. Are there any Twitch contract rules about showing income on stream like this? Not generally, I don't think. But I haven't seen any of the new contracts. So. I really don't like XQC anymore. He's
I do this
grifting to hang out with scum. I don't support them. Then why the fuck do you hang out with him 24/7? Activity removed from.
Fuck. What do I do?
Follower. Or removed by. Damn. 185 comments. Who is this guy? Why did this get removed? Because he just says he doesn't like XQC.
This and this. Yeah.
Did Melina run a fuck ton of ads on her stream? Yeah, but I feel like.
And then I banish.
I feel like she only got like 4,000 to 5,000 a month in ad revenue. I don't remember though. That was my maybe 4,000 to 6,000 a month in ad revenue. I sent out a few messages to other friends. I don't know. Last time, we'll see what they say. She had a ton of
do I just do?
viewers,
I think
right?
I do.
European and Turkish.
Because this doesn't matter. I can't get out. I'm just gonna do this.
Depending on the region, you won't get good advertising. Like you'll fill a lot of inventory, but the CPMs, the rates that they pay for certain regions, can be pretty low. It just depends on where they're coming from. Have you seen the cope on Twitter about Kursk? No, but I imagine it's probably pretty high. So during like drop events, that maybe could be the case. But I feel like somebody would have brought that up if that was the case. Where you have like if there's like if he's playing some game, because they did this for Apex, right? Where you can like watch streamers or Rust to get drops, and streamers could get like 30,000 viewers or something. Maybe, I don't know.
I think I let him. Or do I banish it now?
Okay. Wake's dad told him an important life lesson before he died.
I was
I
there,
banish now.
and I laughed when other people picked on him.
Because then he can't fusion someone, right?
And I always felt weird about it.
Let's go
My
with.
dad said, he said, Wake,
let's go with. No, I can't do
you're
this.
tall, and you're good at sports.
Yeah.
People are going to look to you to see if something is okay. And if you allow them to, they'll keep doing it.
Get rid of this.
He said,
I don't care if you activate this effect.
You got to learn what it means to stand for something and put your foot down. And yeah, from that point on, I started bullying them myself. I was there and I laughed when other people picked on them.
Okay. Based.
Yeah, was I supposed to?
Bad reader scene.
Oh no, it's good. Cringing. But I can't target this UBL, so I think it was fine what I did, but...
Was the
Oh, I was supposed to banish this.
beast of
Yeah.
time. It was the rose of time.
I mean, my God, boy, did you eat a bowl of lead paint for breakfast? Go on and sit down and let one of these other illiterates take a crack at it.
Excuse me. Can I speak to you for a minute? Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a problem? Yes, you.
Damn. Did you do the do not lock out? Did you know? Did you not? You typo that. Did you know the do not lock out is mostly just a meme in the leg? You should be able to lock out in every lift you do. Is it time for the biannual lockout debate? Fuck. What was I about to look up? No, I copied this comment. Fuck. Wait, was I about to? Oh, we were gonna do this.
Wait, what?
Okay, connections.
Ow. Ouchie. Can I target this? Can I be destroyed
Bowie
by battle?
head, full butter, lead throne, Mercury king, queen butterfly, John gold, butcher twin, tin can. Okay. Elements, lead, right, is, yeah, Mercury is, gold is, tin is not, right? That's like two things. Tin is not an element, right? In RuneScape, isn't it like copper and some other cuck shit? Would it be included in whatever the fuck this is?
I'm not destroying the card though, I'm just banishing it now. Am I crazy? I don't know. Missed call, yeah. During your unfaced tribute, one watch. Okay. Well, fuck me. Wait, is he about to tribute? Oh, cool. Paste? Quem? We're quemming out here? It's just this to summons Verte. Summon Quem. Put. Does that work? I don't even know. Oh, I should have. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's do this. No, don't do that. I can activate this effect. So fusion summon something. That goes off. Then I can activate this. I'm not actually looking to stop. I don't think I'm actually looking to stop him. Yeah. Well, I can anyways, just in case I can't kill him, right? So what do I want to put in the graveyard here? Let's just put this in the graveyard anyways. Because, like, it's something. I'll add... What do I want to add to my hand? I don't think I want to do Fallen Isles. Well, I think it's this, you know. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Fuck me. It should have been a fuck. It should have been a Fallen Isles. God damn it. Well, yes, it should have been a Fallen Isles. Well, yeah, it should have been. No, well, let's see. Hold on. We can salvage this, I think. Activate this effect. I just can't use that effect, but I can discard, and I think maybe can cycle. Because now I can special summon you. Special summon you here. I can Verte if I need to. Let's do this. This. Then special summon this by using this and this. I need to negate this effect is what I need to do. Activate this effect. Do this. Go to battle phase. Attack this. In phase 2. End phase. Should have done that. It's okay. Feather Duster. Fuck! I think I misplayed it a couple times, but what can you do? What can you do, you know? What can you really do? Yeah, it 100% had to be, because then I could do... Fuck. So dumb, man. We'll see if I can end up kind of doing it anyways. And then now I banish and activate this. I have 6 seconds to do it, but that's what I would do. No time. Is he gonna be able to summon Yubel again, dude? Is he gonna be able to full combo? Yeah, I fucked up when I had this. I should have been able to summon. I would have been able to get thing down, but it's okay. I'll hopefully not be able to do much, and then I will be okay. I may have misplayed in other ways, but I think I'm okay. Oh, Yama. Oh, imagine? Fuck. Imagine I actually did that. Well, it doesn't matter. It's still easy. You can target one female destroy it if you do special summon card from your hand, but if it's face up with the last one, you cannot special summon. Like, why the fuck are you allowed to use the second one of these? Like, you have 2 of these. Why are you allowed to use 2 of these? Make that make sense, bro. I guess summon us for you, Bill. Poggers. And then once it goes battle phase, I'm gonna activate this, I think, but that's about it. Spirit of Yubel. Like, what the fuck? Why does he have 2 of these cards? Why is he allowed to use 2 of these? I don't understand. Fuck these new decks, bro.
Oh, but gimmick puppet locking is a problem with Brendan.
Yeah, okay, bro. I'm literally sitting here unable to do anything because I ran out of time. Fuck. Oh, he just wins because he's just gonna attack me. Haha. Good meme, dude. Oh, what a game. Oh my god. I felt like I could do a lot that game. It's not like you had the same card twice that just fucking repeated your entire fucking combo. 3 fucking times. Jesus. What the fuck am I supposed to do to stop that? How do I stop Yubel in Master Duel? Like, what am I supposed to be hitting here?
YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we'll be talking about the counters for the Yubel archetype. Now, we're going to wait until, I think Wednesday is going to be the drop for the new selection pack, I guess. Yes, I think that's Wednesday. We'll have 2 new archetypes, which is or basically the supports for the Yubel, and the new archetype of Centurion. So we'll talk about the Centurion counters for tomorrow. For today, we're going to talk about the Yubel's counters. So there's going to be quite a lot that we're going to cover here. So it's basically the staples that you can use, the board breakers typically, if you're going second, and of course, floodgates. So without further ado, let's start off this video. Okay, so here we are with your typical staples for the deck. We'll talk about the significant ones first. So first and foremost, we have here Drill and Lockbird. Now, Drill and Lockbird is kind of significant with this current format.
Oh, you're so right. That's actually why I carry the Bestials. Now I know why I care. Because anytime I face Yubels, if I have a Bestial in my hand, I just banish their card.
If you're going up against Ice Star Kings, or even some meta decks other than those cards, especially Yubel, of course. So if ever you're going to drop a copy of Drill and Lockbird, they either like overextend their resources, or they use Call by Grave, which is a really strong spell card to be removed from their hand. So that's one of the good things about Drill and Lockbird. Furthermore, this will stop your opponent from ever searching any other Yubel cards, and to stop them from their combos as well. If they're even using a copy of the Unchained or the copies of the Dark Beckoning, they will be stopped from doing their combos. And like I said, this is not just for the counters for Yubel, but some other meta decks as well. That is Drill and Lockbird. The other significant card that we're going to talk about that I mentioned a while ago is Call by Grave. Now, Call by Grave is one of the strongest spell cards there is. Basically, you just remove the copy of any monster from the graveyard and it can be banished and negate its effect entirely with the same name for 2 turns. So what this card can do up against a Yubel deck, first and foremost.
Lexi will be down in a minute. Goes has a question regarding putting some money into her
TFSA.
Yeah, she got some money in the TFSA, but
For some.
Sure about a buy and trade thing, and it's been a while since I've used it. It's been a long time, so we want you to double check before she hits buy or trade or move.
Okay.
If your opponent drops a copy of Spirit of Evil to the graveyard, you can just cold by grave that card, banish it, and then it can negate its effects. So furthermore, removing the effects of Spirit of Evil. The purpose for that is so that your opponent cannot contact fuse with the monster from the graveyard, and then spin them back to the deck if ever need be, just to summon the copy of Phantom of Evil to the field. Furthermore, the negation of Spirit of Evil is really significant because most of their combos rely mostly on summoning the copy of Evil to the field if ever you have a copy of Spirit of Evil, which is a really good showstopper up against that type of deck. So that is cold by grave, your two strong staples that you can use up against a Evil deck. The minor ones we'll have here is first and foremost DD Crow. Now, DD Crow is the lesser version for the visual monsters, and the main purpose for this is just banishing a copy of Spirit of Evil or any Squirmer in the graveyard usually, or even a Samsara you can just remove from the grave. That's one of its go-to targets for this card, but I do prefer just going with the visuals.
So the answer is anything he summons,
now, take note,
banish it.
visuals has or only
Anything
be
but the
targeting dark
graveyard,
light monsters in the graveyard, whereas DD Crow can just target one card in your opponent's graveyard. So that's one thing to take note about those two. But yeah, that is DD Crow for you. Let's move on to the other remaining cards.
Those two
Next up, we have a copy of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Snow Rabbit typically, once a card is activated on the field, you can just pop it. That way, in case they're going to use the copy of the Nightmare Throne or the Nightmare Pain, they can search out a card or even pop a card from their deck to the graveyard. So that's one good strength with the Snow Rabbit. The last cards are basically the visual monsters, so the copy of Magnemite, the copy of Saranir, the copy of Juiceworm, and lastly the copy of Valdrake. So these three cards are the better version for DD Crow, which also removes light and dark monsters from either graveyard, which is a really good card, and they have high attack monsters that you can actually use up against the Yubel decks. Now, not many decks actually use them, only like a couple, like Dark Crystal or even the Branded, which use them to its fullest. But I do believe they are strong cards to go up against Yubels, especially when majority of the archetypes attributes are composed of dark monsters. I think all of the attributes in their arsenal are dark monsters, so that is a really good counter. Just removing them from the graveyard, and they can't even contact fuse if ever that would be the case. That is the strength of visuals, and that is your typical staples that you can counter with the Yubel deck. And with that, let's move on with our board breakers. Okay, so for our next coverage, we'll have the board breakers. So there's only like a couple of cards here, not that many. So in general, we're just gonna talk about the board breakers, which are Lava Golem, the Santa Claus, the Kaiju perfectly for just one monster that you can tribute, and the Winged Dragon of Raspear mode, which tributes 3 monsters on the field, which is pretty good as well. These 4 cards can be used in a multitude of ways, and I think that it's based on what deck that you're even using, except for Santa Claus and Spear mode. But yeah, these 2 cards here, like the Lava Golem and the Kaijus, are widely used in Spear decks. But yeah, there are really good board breakers up against Yubel as well. If you ever need how to share your board, or even have a copy of the Phantom of Yubel on the field. That way, once they are removed, you can just freely attack their life points.
Have a small chance to get that.
So that is your monsters. For the spell cards, we'll have the Regeki, which destroys all face-up monsters on the field. For back rows, you'll have the Harpies, Lightning Storm for face-up attack, and then back rows, your typical Triple Tactics Talent, and lastly, your Cosmic Cyclone. So I do believe like having a copy of Triple Tactics Talent works in a multitude of ways, and not just for Yubels. I reckon. So control a card, or look at your opponent's cards, draw 2 cards, one of the strongest cards to ever be printed for the game. Cosmic Cyclone is also one good card as well. If ever your opponent is trying to search out a copy of a Yubel card, you can just remove the field spell or even the Nightmare Pain if ever that would be in a scenario. So I think that's basically it. Oh, we forgot one more card here. So we'll talk about as well Evenly Matched. So not many decks are actually using Evenly Matched, only like a couple, especially if you're using Labyrinth. People are using Evenly Matched as one of its go-to cards, since they are also using Rollback. This is an underrated card that has a lot of good potential, especially up against the meta nowadays. Snake Eyes and Fire Kings really just get destroyed, and also Rescue Ace. Take note, you just need 1 copy of this and a copy of Rollback in your graveyard, and then you can just basically remove every card on the field. So that is a really strong card if ever you're going to use it. And not just if you're using Labyrinth, but in general, in other decks, you need to use 3 copies of this just to have this spawn on your draw phase. That is your typical board breakers. Oh yeah, so okay, so let us talk about Floodgate cards. Alrighty guys, so here we are with the Floodgates. So as you might know, I'm not really a fan of Floodgates because they tend to like destroy the fun of the deck. Regardless, they're still really good counters up against meta decks, or yeah. First and foremost, we're gonna talk about the cards that can banish cards. So we have here the Shifter, the Dimensional Fissure, and a copy of Macrocosmos, which is typically still on 3 copies in Match Duel. Oh my gosh, god damn it. So yeah, we should include also Summon Limit, which is another good Floodgate card, I would guess. There we go. So yeah, by next week we'll have this to 1 copy, and the rest is gonna be still in the same copies. So like I said, banishing cards, Shifter, Fissure, and Macrocosmos, really good counters against meta decks nowadays, not just Yubel. If everybody sends to the graveyard, you just banish it, and they will instantly scoop most of the time, unless they're using Kashiras. Yes, it happens. Next up, we also have Summon Limit. Usually this is not really a strong counter to Yubel, but this is like a minor good choice if ever your opponent has the combo deck for the Yubel. And I mean combo deck, they are using the Dark Beckoning and a copy of the Unchained cards to make a board. So that's still pretty good though. I mean, it's not half bad if you're not going up against a Yubel deck. It's a really good counter to even Snake Eyes or Fire King, so take your choice. Next up, we also have the Eradicator Virus and the Deck Devastation Virus. So these cards, you need to sacrifice a monster with 2,000 or more attack or 2,500 more attack. So typical decks that use this is the Labyrinth still, alongside the Even Match that we talked about earlier. But yeah, if ever you want to use this, this is a pretty good counter against that type of deck or the Yubel deck, since this destroys any monsters 1/5 or lower on their hand and on the 3 turns that your opponent draws a card, which is pretty good. The Eradicator, on the other hand, removes or destroys spell or trap cards depending on what you choose on that turn. And then for the following 3 turns, your opponent will show the card to you, allowing you to play around with that specific card. I think this is a minor, counter because you're still going to send the Yubel cards to the graveyard, and you are just going to pop them, so it will trigger some effects. And they can just contact fuse them from the graveyard and spin them back to the deck, so that's one minor problem with this card. Regardless, the Eradicator is a really promising card to go up against those type of decks. But yeah, your typical Shifter, your Dimensional Fissure, Macrocosmos, some...
That's 100. And then, but it didn't come out of my account. We put it in there at 118. But here, how do I put them specifically? NVC. NV.
Well, that's wrong. Watch is not displaying the page. normally you would go there. I don't know why it's not this one.
Oh, wait, showed me that earlier.
Yeah, so all I was gonna show you is this. Well, you should have Wi-Fi.
Like, it hasn't gone on my Simply account either. That's what's gonna happen.
I mean, they. Oh, I think it's just down.
I'll just.
Hold on.
Because I'm confused about 2 things. One, it hasn't come on my Simply account, which doesn't make sense.
I think it's just down. I don't think they're doing. They're not probably not processing payments because it's fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, there's this. That was 10 hours ago. That was 10 hours ago. 3 hours ago. 1 hour ago. Delayed internal transfers. Lost symbol of outages the last 30 days. An hour ago. Not saving or sending taxes. Anyone will log in. Not even log in. That was like a couple days ago. Hold on. Money movement today. What is major outage? Yeah. So maybe, like, it literally just happened. Maybe.
I'm going to Aiden's anyway right now, but
Yeah.
I can't.
But anyways, if it was loading, all you would do is you would just go into this.
Mm-hmm.
Like your money is here.
Mm-hmm.
You have your accounts, and you just open this up. And then in there, you would then buy stuff.
Okay, so it was buy down, show me that, but then I got nervous.
So yeah, the only
50 in VCN and 50 in VUN or what?
Yeah, you could do 50-50. I usually do VN's the United States market. I would if you want, you can also do you do like a 60-40 split, or even more aggressive, like 80-20. Like put $80 into because the United States market is the United States stock market.
Yeah.
It's the most powerful stock market of all time. So there's no harm in putting more in there, especially because since we're in Canada, we have it's tax advantage. It's not going to cost you anything extra as long as it's the VUN stock ticket. You can just freely dump your money in there without having to worry anything, and it's the United States stock market. So it's
that's more
like it, yeah. So usually, like the way I have it basically set up, I don't know if it's I don't know.
You did with me last time.
Well, 50-50 is fine. It's just that technically you might make less money, and it's slightly more risky because my stuff's back up. So you would just go here, and then here, and then buy. And so unironically, what I would do is I would just buy 100% BUN because United States. Yeah, you would go. Yeah, you have your $100 there, and usually the money won't come out of your account until like later because once you use it a couple times, it trusts your shit. I would just go here. For me, just because the split is better. So right now you probably have 50-50.
See you guys later.
Bye, I love you.
Oh no,
I'll see you tomorrow.
It's actually 70% of your account.
Yeah, we did whatever you did last time. We did like 45 and something, and then the rest.
Probably did.
Which
So
we do it again.
Yeah, we'll do something similar again. So you already have $100 in there. So let's just see max. I can buy one.
But I'm just adding it into there, right?
No.
Just like adding it to my accounts.
Yeah. So you have $100 cash in there.
Right.
And that'll appreciate it like whatever their interest rate is on cash, which will be low when you buy a stock. About $100. So. Button I should so that your thing will go in. So $80. Oh, never mind. It's so usually sometimes there's a button here and you can press it, which will say that it won't. It won't just. Usually when you do these orders, it'll only be available for the day, and if the whole day goes by, it'll automatically close it, and then you have to reopen it again. You can tick a box that'll keep it open for 3 days. So you can just do this. It'll do it the moment the stock market tomorrow. So that's done. Oh, sorry. App is a little bit different. Now here, it's just the rest of your money, so you can max.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
Now you dollars in the account. Available. Any buys tomorrow morning, you'll get a notification that they're through, and you'll have. It's no hold on. No that, but it's.
Yeah, literally on purpose.
No problem.
Common limit, and lastly, the formidable skill drain. On one copy, regardless, any type of effective monster on the field will lose its capability to live. So especially if you're going up against Yubel decks, which has only 0 attacks, or even their monsters basically has 0 attacks, and furthermore, just draining them from their effects, they can't do anything else. So skill drain is one of the promising cards to go up against, and that is basically your floodgatey cards. There are a couple of minor suggestions or recommendations that I can say with this is Necro Valley, of course. So if you activate a copy of Necro Valley, your opponent cannot cycle back the cards from the graveyard, so they cannot contact Fuse, they cannot summon, or they cannot use the effect of Squirmer, they cannot use the effect of the Samsara the Lotus in the graveyard to have it back on the hand.
I don't really care. The Bestials is the reason why everyone has Bestials in their deck, is to counter Yubel. So that's the only thing that's confusing about deck building in Master Duel, is like, why are there certain cards in here? Oh, fucking sick. Yeah. Bestial Drake is really good for that. Okay. Is cards that are in decks for specifically countering other decks. So right now, the Bestials are there for Yubel, but the Bestials aren't as good, I think, against Fire King, but now Fiendsmith is a thing, so maybe the Bestials will get more useful, because Fiends, I think they're light monsters. So, maybe Bestials will get more used in TCG. Technically, I could just play more Bestial Rebellion, but I think Bestial Rebellion gets used more when you just have pure, like, you don't, like when you just want more Bestials, but you don't need to negate things on the other side of the field. You just want more Bestials. So this will be okay, I think. Baldrake. I've never used a Baldrake, but I know it's decent. Yep. I can maybe add another Brandon High Spirits because I'm now running 3 dragons, or three additional dragons, but actually fucking no, because that brings me to 61 cards. That's right. What did I? Yeah, no, we'll still run the deer. Yeah, he's got a Harvey Feather. We'll see. I don't understand what's the difference between Harpy's Feather Duster and hold on. What the hell is like the point? What's the difference between Harpy's Feather Duster and this? Destroy all spells and traps on the field. Oh, all of them on the field, not just opponent's control. Interesting. Why the fuck would I want that? Spells and traps on the spells and traps on the field. Your opponent controls. Heavy Storm. Why would you want Heavy Storm? Oh, no. I know why. If you play against Snake Eyes, I think, right? They can make some of your monsters spells, and so you would destroy your own monsters, which lets them go to the graveyard. I think. That's my assumption on that. Whoa. Wasn't me. I might have this card. I wonder. I just realized I was wondering if I have Vice King Requiem anywhere. And there's a solid chance I do. Maybe. The pendulum card, so I don't know. I usually hate pendulum cards, so I just whatever the fuck. But it's from Ghost from the Past, the second haunting, so there's a chance I have it. Just the question is where. Oh wait, what was the other one? Oh no. The other one's just a different Vice King. It's Vice Dragon. I do really should just buy. Well, next time I need a binder or anything, I'm literally just gonna buy not a binder, but a box and just dump all my cards in there. Unironically, I thought I liked binders. No, fuck binders. I have to do this just to find some stupid fucking cards. And then once you find the card, then now there's a big fucking hole in your binder that you have to eventually fill, or you just forget about. So then I go and put cards away in one other binder, and I'm like, oh shit, I actually have space over here in this binder. Oh fuck, I have a copy right here. Oh, I fucking just completely didn't, do that. Odd Eyes Sugma Dragon. Oh, I do have him. I actually have so many fucking copies. I have 3 fucking copies at the bottom here. Bazad. Device King Requiem. Is he banned in? That'd be funny if he's banned in. They like preemptively ban the fucking one. That'd be funny. Hold on, let's find out. I'm gonna assume no, because yeah. Oh, he's actually used right now in fucking not Fiendsmith. What the fuck is this? No, this is old. No, it's not. What the fuck? What am I looking at? No, it is old. June 1st. What deck is this? Oh, Unchained. Yeah, an Unchained deck. Interesting. But yeah, the answer is he's not banned. Okay. Can't wait for you to use that guy, am I right, guys? Yeah, I got 3 of them there. We ballin'. I wonder if I should just take one out. Okay. The vandals with it. Okay. And then to put everything back. Ugh. 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 Crazy, because I think I can uncraft. Man, I really like these. I'm gonna keep the Fire King cards because I feel like in the future you can use them. I just don't want to use them because of Snake Eyes. Fuck Snake Eyes. Fuck Snake Eyes. But I don't want to do this because Poplar. Oh, it's just too broken. Oh, let me get banished as well. Just in case there's anything in here that I can disenchant that's forbidden. Fuck you for not letting me get rid of Cyber's Tide. Oh, super tempted to, but I can't do it. No, Garura, you can sometimes use 2 Garura. Because you use 1 for the fusion summon and 1 for discarding, depending on your deck. I think, right? There's some deck out there that I use 2 in. That's also just kind of good, or good card. Frame Lord Omega. I don't know if that's used at all. Zeus probably used. That was a card given to you. Chaos Angel. It's Chaos Angel. IP SP. Decode time. Can't enchant. This thing. Does anyone use this fucking card? Meat. Nice one. Meta. Master. No. Celine Dion. It's used in Voiceless. Mayan Master Duel, yeah. Voiceless. Salomon. Is this Salomon Great? Some fucking cringe. I don't know what this is. Horus? Dude, I don't even know. This is some cringe deck. Whatever. Voiceless voice mostly. And then Rescue Ace, I guess. Race. It's used in Race. The problem is, I would probably like to play Race, but fuck the Fiendsmith cards. Well, it only uses Diabell Star. And then Snake Eye Poplar. To make Rescue Ace. To make Race. But then I have to get Wanted and blah, blah, blah. I have to get a bunch of cards that I don't have. So, do I disenchant it? I'm not sure. I know it's like an okay used card. And I have a bunch of other cards that it's used with, right? Decool Talker Heat Soul, Solomon Great, IP, Little Knight, Linko Rebo, Solomon Great Amalraj. Like, I've got a lot of cards that I can use it with, so I won't do anything with it, I don't think. Yeah, I think unfortunately I'm just kind of cooked. I'm just cooked. I'm cooked. Alright. Yeah. We just have to wait. We have to grind. I don't really want to, so. Now, I don't like that they actually switched this. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look at some of that soon. Yeah. Alright. I think for now I'm done with this. Yeah, I want to craft. I want to be able to craft this. Which I just need one more requirement, then I need the runic cards and Typhon and Underworld Goddess and Bishop Despater. I need a bunch of shit, but this should be fun. There's like two decks that I like playing right now. Branded and Runic. Or like a Runic variant. Unfortunately TCJ can't I can't really. I have all the Whitewood cards, White Forest cards, except for Azal or whatever the fuck her name is.
Goodyear is investing more than $500 million to expand its tire plant in southeastern Ontario and make more tires for electric vehicles. The announcement secures 1,000 jobs, including 200 new ones. It's also backed by government support. The federal government is kicking in up to $44.3 million. And Ontario is providing up to $20 million. Here is the Prime Minister speaking earlier from the plant.
We are making the right bet on the future. We know that climate change is real. We know that electric vehicles are going to be essential for the future. And the choices that we've made as a government has ensured that Canada will be part of it.
Vic Fedeli is the Ontario Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade, and he joins me now. Welcome back to the program, sir.
Great to be back, JP. Thank you.
So a sizable announcement today, Minister, a nearly $600 million cash injection into the Goodyear plant in Eastern Ontario. What does this mean for the province?
Well, it's exciting for, first of all, the people of Greater Napanee because there's 200 more jobs being created here. But it really solidifies the investment for the 1,000 workers who are here as they shift now to adding EV tires that they'll make here. So it's an exciting addition to Napanee. It's an exciting addition to the EV supply chain we've built in Ontario.
So 1,000 jobs will be saved or preserved as a result of this announcement. 200 new highly skilled manufacturing jobs also expected to be added by 2027. But it does come at a bit of a cost to government. I think it's about $20 million for you folks in Ontario, $44 million from the feds. Is there a possibility of recouping that money if this project doesn't go ahead? Because there has been a bit of a track record in recent months of some of the big projects, some of the big EV projects stalling.
Well, think about the process that no company receives any government money until actually long after the employees are here working in a plant. So, you know, there's been no money put into any of the other ventures that have been announced.
As I mentioned, it's been a bit of a bumpy road for some of the EV projects lately, Minister, in the province of Ontario. Ford scrapping its plans for an EV project in Oakville. They're going ahead with building some gas-powered pickup trucks instead. General Motors delaying its plan to produce EV parts in St. Catharines. Umicore also suspending construction for now at its multi-billion-dollar plant in Eastern Ontario. It's not quite panning out how you and others thought it would. Are you concerned all this could fall flat?
Well, we've got a $7 billion plant by Volkswagen well underway in St. Thomas. The LG plant in Windsor is almost set to open. The announcement in Honda in Allison was just made. They're now breaking ground for the multi-billion-dollar separator plant for battery components in Port Colborne. We expect to make an announcement in Northern Ontario about lithium hydroxide plant. You know, with today's announcement, we've now seen $44 billion in new EV announcements and new auto announcements in Ontario in just 4 years. That's greater than any single U.S. state. So we're very confident. Look, there's going to be bumps along the way. Cars have been made the same way for more than 125 years. We've got a 180-degree shift to how we make a car and a battery and no engine. So there's going to be hiccups along the way, but we're very confident in all the ones you mentioned. Ford, for instance, is going to put 1,800 workers back to work a year earlier. They're adding $500 million in investment, 400 new parts stamping jobs, 125 new jobs at the engine plant in Windsor. We look at that as being good news, as they do plan to ramp that vehicle up into electric. So, you know, little hiccups, but, you know, they've been happy accidents along the way.
There's a reason, I think, why Ford is going ahead with pickup trucks instead of EVs, and that is their numbers are showing that some of the EV sales have slowed a bit. They were on a huge upward trajectory. Now we're seeing a little bit of a dip. It's a slight dip, but it is a dip in terms of new EV registrations in this country. They were actually down in the last half of last year, if we're to believe some StatsCan data. Is there a risk that this EV revolution doesn't pan out? Is there a plan B you're considering?
Well, we've got $44 billion. I think the manufacturers are speaking for themselves. The majority of them are here in the ground. But think of the alternative. When we took office from the Liberal government of Ontario, they had gotten out of manufacturing. And much like Australia, who now don't make cars there, that's where Ontario was headed. Premier Ford decided we're going to save the 100,000 workers who work in auto. The only way to do that is to have a new product for them, and that is the electric vehicle, because every one of these companies announced their next product would be EV, and zero was planned for Canada. I think the fact that we lowered the cost of doing business in Ontario by $8 billion a year turned the manufacturers around and said, we'll give you a shot in Ontario. Once they started coming here, it just snowballed into $44 billion. So we know we've made the right moves. We see the tens of thousands of people who are being added to the 100,000 auto workers. So there was no alternative but to be all in, and that's a decision Premier Ford made, and certainly has turned out for many of these communities to be the right decision.
Minister, as you know, the U.S. is pressing ahead with a tariff on Chinese EVs to make the American EV industry more viable. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre says Canada should follow suit, do something similar here. The government, as it stands right now, is kind of reviewing this issue. What's your take? Should Canada slap tariffs on Chinese vehicles?
Oh, we absolutely have to match the U.S. There's no question. I wrote to the Prime Minister and his ministers and said, the U.S. is our largest trading partner. Think of, we are the third largest trading partner in the U.S. It's Mexico first, China second, and Ontario, not Canada, Ontario being the third largest trading partner. We've got to align with them. You know, the competition from China is coming over with low-cost wages, dirty energy. You can't compete with a car like that. That's why the States has recognized the same things that we recognize.
But you know what some environmentalists say about that? A big tariff on cheap EVs could be detrimental to the country's climate goals. They say it's better to get people into affordable electric cars, whether they're made in Canada or China or wherever. What do you say to people who are pushing that sort of narrative, sir?
Well, anybody that's pushing that narrative just really needs to look at how they're made so cheaply. They're made because they have cheap wages, no environmental controls, dirty energy made from coal. You know, so you're going to be driving a dirty vehicle to achieve a clean a clean concept. They don't line up, and that's why we need to match the U.S. And that's why we wrote to the federal government and the ministers and suggested they've got to completely align with our largest trading partner, the U.S.
Speaking of the U.S., you know, former President Trump is quite hostile to the EVs, although he's kind of softened his stance over the last little while after he got the endorsement of Tesla's Elon Musk. But Trump has still promised to do away with the Inflation Reduction Act, which has spurred a lot of EV manufacturing in the U.S., and a lot of our policies here in Canada are actually based on that regime. What would a Trump victory mean for EV production here in this country, Minister? Is that something that keeps you up at night?
Well, we won't come to any presumption of the results of the election in November. We'll let the U.S. citizens judge that, and we'll be ready to work with whatever government gets elected.
All right, let's leave it there. Vic Fedeli is the Ontario Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade. Appreciate you coming on, sir.
Thanks, JP.
There's a fucking loaf in my backyard, and by that I mean a bunny. A little wabbit. A wabbit is in my backyard. He's woofing. We're gonna take a little react break.
The top
the
budget
budget,
Yu-Gi-Oh
guys.
decks this
Let's just,
format.
you know,
Big Dog, I know that Yu-Gi-Oh has been seen as a
budget.
very expensive game, but today we're going to be talking about some budget Yu-Gi-Oh decks you can win with. Seriously, I've actually been doing a lot of digging, and I found some really powerful budget decks that you can look into if you want a strategy that is pretty good and almost no chance of being hit by the forbidden list. Let's go ahead and jump on in. What's going on with ya, Big Dog? And it is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope that's your day phenomenal. But if it isn't, don't let what happened at the beginning of your day ruin the rest of your day. As you already know, for every single Monday, we gotta talk about Update Monday! A particular time in the video where we talk about things to not only make you a better player, but to also make you a better person. While I can't tell you guys every single thing just yet, I can tell you I've been going through a lot for the last month and a half. My car broke down, money issues. Ducky wants a $1 increase. He's sticking to that $10. And so many things in between. But one thing that I know that is for sure, something that has been keeping me going, is that if it wasn't meant for you, you were never meant to have it. This is a mentality that I've developed over the past month and a half, and basically it means if you lose something, it was never really yours. Think about it, Big Dog. Everything happens for a reason, and you losing something can be an opportunity for you to prove yourself or make a situation even better. You just gotta accept that that wasn't meant for you and tap into something that is meant for you. And that's pretty much why we are talking about budget decks, because the expensive stuff ain't meant for your broke ass. Don't worry, Big Dog, I'm broke too, so we in the same boat. Today we are going to be going over some of the
hot take. No, I don't know. I don't know anything about YouTube.
Competitive Yu-Gi-Oh decks. Every single one of these strategies have either topped or won in the OTS championship this weekend, or have done something significant inside of this new format. And as a special part of this video, when I can, not only am I going to give you guys deck lists of the people that won, I'll also be putting personal deck list on my Patreon as a special thank you to help me pay my editors. It'll also be even more budget because some of the staple cards that are being played inside of this deck may be a little bit expensive, but the deck itself is incredibly budget, so you're gonna have to like flip and work some things out. Kind of like how we make these the best thing in the world when we need them. Fun fact, noodles are amazing when you don't have to eat them every day. I think it's best to start off with the most surprising deck on this list, and it is Mimigul. Now, the reason why Mimigul is so surprising to me is because typically when Konami makes a new archetype or a TCG exclusive, it's not necessarily that good. Guys, you gotta remember, Konami in America is the same Konami that gave us War Rocks. And I know how powerful War Rocks are, but in the grand scheme of things, they're not. Big dogs, in case you didn't know, every so often Konami gives us a TCG exclusive archetype, something that pretty much only comes out in North America and Europe. Konami has given us some complete duds when it comes to TCG exclusives like War Rock and Dream Mirror, but then they've also given us things like Burning Abyss and Plunder Patrol. And to keep it a being with you, most of the time the archetypes aren't not necessarily that playable, so Mimigul being incredibly good is a change of pace. See, what makes Mimigul so good is its own gimmick, being able to give your opponent's monsters to the side of the field, especially when all of the Mimigul monsters are face up. They activate an effect that's detrimental to your opponent, and then they return back to your side of the field. Take, for example, Mimigul Dragon forces your opponent to destroy all monsters on their side of the field, and Mimigul Archfiend allows the Mimigul player to be able to draw a card and forces the player that has this card to discard a card. This can be incredibly strong, especially seeing that those monsters are considered activated effects by your opponent. It means that you can trigger monster effects like Catch Tier Unicorn and banish some of the most expensive cards out of your opponent's extra deck. So I see you playing that Fiendsmith engine. It'd be a shame if you lost Fiendsmith Tractus. And to double down on that, it also triggers the effect of the triple tactics cards as well as other Catch Tier monsters. This deck is actually pretty good and even got a top at the Halifax Regional by Todd Tolbert. Now, this particular deck does run cards like triple tactics.
I'm sorry, hold on.
And Halifax Regional by Todd Tolbert. Catch Tier monsters. This deck is actually pretty good and even got a top at the Halifax Regional by Todd.
Hold on. Pause. Hold on. Where's the recent? I had a I feared this. I feared what he tried to pronounce was not this, or I feared that it was this. I hoped it wasn't this, but in fact it was Halifax, pronounced, unfortunately,
other Catch Tier monsters. This deck is actually pretty good and even got a top at the Halifax Regional by Todd Tolbert. Now, this particular deck does run cards like Triple Tactics Stars and SP Little Knight.
I'm sorry, Callie. I apologize, but that's not it. Unfortunately, that's not it. But thank you for trying. I have most of these cards. I just don't have. I run this. I run this. I run this. I won 3 of those instead of thing, but yeah, thrust is the only problem. But whatever. Oh, he's also running the numbers. Well, he only has one's running them. What? Did I? Uh-oh. Hold on. Now we're good. Okay.
Which is fairly expensive, but outside of that, I don't think that there's many cards in here over $10. In actuality, there are literally only 4 cards in here that are over $10. Everything else is pretty easy and accessible to get. And the best thing about Mimigul is that we've only had one wave of support. We are destined to get another wave of support when Rise of the Abyss comes out, and more than likely we'll get some extra cards.
Bro. Sir. Oh, I don't think I give a fuck about any of these other cards.
Down the line. This deck has so much potential and is already pretty decent right now. Now, it's really weird that I'm talking about TCG exclusives because there is another TCG exclusive archetype that actually did get some support from Infinite Forbidden and has topped an OTS championship. In fact, it won it. Plunder Patrol as a deck type is incredibly cheap. I'm pretty sure you can get all of the cards that you absolutely need for Plunder Patrol in less than $20, giving you tons of room to be able to grow as a player and pick the cards that you need from there. But one of the unique things that Plunder Patrol has is that it can morph its monsters into extra deck monsters depending on the attribute your opponent has. Take, for example, if you have Dark, you can get Morph to be able to banish cards on your opponent's side of the field. If your opponent has Light, you can get List to be able to negate monster effects. And if your opponent does have Fire, you can get Brawn to be able to get rid of your opponent's spell and trap cards. And every single one of these effects are actually pretty good and meta relevant. Take, for example, getting Dark and banishing your opponent's Yubel cards is crazy good. Sometimes being able to hit and banish the right card will prevent them from making Phantom of Yubel or even getting deep into their combo. Having Light to be able to negate Fiendsmith cards like Fiendsmith Tractus or even the effect of Engraver of the Fiendsmith is also a huge W. And ironically enough, even in the Fire matchup, this deck is a little bit more back row dependent than what some players will give it credit. Having Brawn to be able to get rid of Divine Temple or some of the cards that they put in the Spell and Trap card zone with Snake Eyes Populace is huge. And to add icing on the cake, your opponent doesn't necessarily have to make those cards on the field for you to be able to get them. Plunder Patrol actually has a ton of ways to get monsters of the attribute that they need to the side of the field to be able to get the monsters that they need. Take, for example, the new monster Dipsia Fiend, which is actually crazy for the deck. Dipsia Fiend is a TCG exclusive card that allows you to discard a card and declare an attribute, and then special summon this card to either side of the field as that attribute. But then it also allows you to be able to special summon a Fiend monster from your hand or graveyard too. So not only can it trigger the effects of Plunder Patrol Whitebeard, it can also bring out other Plunder Patrol monsters for you to be able to make some plays. Now, as far as the deck being pretty successful, here is a first place version of Chris's Plunder Patrol deck profile. Now, this was an OTS championship. Now, while I can't say how many people was there and what were the matchups, this was an OTS championship, and OTS championships tend to bring out the best of the best. And I like how with the Plunder Patrol Adventure Kaiju deck, a lot of people forget that the Adventure cards can put a monster on the field that can negate spell traps and monsters, something that's highly coveted in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. But if there's one thing that I like seeing winning outside of TCG exclusives, it is 100% anime archetypes. I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually pretty excited that Yubel is one of the best decks, not only in Master Duel, but in the TCG, because at the end of the day, it is an anime archetype, and I think it's something that every Yu-Gi-Oh enthusiast that enjoyed the show will appreciate when the time comes. But if Yubel is one of the best decks in the game, then Heroes will always have a chance. And I will stand 10 toes down on Heroes having a chance. If you guys want to see a hero update, go ahead and let me know. I got the spice, because this is actually a pretty good deck right now. What just about every Yu-Gi-Oh player focuses on is the bombs that Heroes can make. And while I still think that Mass Hero Dark Law and Destiny Hero Plasma are really good Yu-Gi-Oh cards, especially seeing that everyone's complaining about cards like Dimension Shifter and Skill Drain, and those just so happen to be one-sided versions of those cards, I think we sleep on some of the subtle things that Hero can do that can actually make it a solid contender. One of the biggest things is that Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer was never banned or hit in any way, shape, or form. This card is a complete menace. Being able to consistently destroy cards.
Unfortunately, I don't care about the rest. Alright. Let me just cut this VOD quick. You want to, I don't even know what to play. My throat's getting fucking. My throat's been feeling gross all day, and I kind of want to give it a break. Let's see if there's anything else I can.
I think if we ban Puppet, they just got something else. I mean, but this was my deck list, and I honestly feel like this would have been a winning deck list. Unfortunately, I just did not go. So accurate, guys. Like, you gotta think about that sometimes. Like, not every card is created equally. So when that's the case, I think that we have to be able to recognize, oh, okay, this is actually a bad play, but it's fine. That, like, you know, Puppet, when it's being summoned versus Ido, is not the same kind of thing. I'm trying to think if discarding Kit here is a mistake. I think it is, actually, unfortunately. Yeah, I went overboard with the tragedy. I shouldn't have done that. That's okay. Some less skilled player, a branded player, chose Jaugen, so the opponent can just activate Jaugen. I mean, Jaugen's not as broken, though. You can just out that with, like, Droplet.
Unfortunately, I don't care. I'm gonna play one more game of Yu-Gi-Oh, I think. And then I might do other things away from keyboard. My voice be getting scratchy. I wonder if this guy's playing hero. Imagine just playing hero and let me go first. Oh my god. Oh, imagine. He's not even playing hero. Bro, am I in a mirror right now? Fuck me. Wait, let me max C. Hello? Oh, I'm banishing the fuck out of that. He's actually playing blue highs. Boggers. End your turn, foul beast. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, he's just special summoning. Oh, no. Oh, okay, you just do that. Okay. Dude, I'm actually gonna completely cuck this fucking... If I could special summon... If I could summon... Oh, goddammit. Oh, wait, fusion deployment. Lol, got him. Okay, summon Quem. Activate Quem. Toss. You into the graveyard. Let's me special summon you. We have to activate fusion deployment. Which will let me fusion deployment you. Bring them this. Let me activate the effect. Discard. Let's go. Easy. Easy dub. Completely cooked. Let's get into gold. Oh, poggers. I wonder if I should have, whatever. Actually, no, it's good because then I can do this. Add this to hand. Huh. Let me just hand rip from you, okay? Fuck you. Fuck you. Give me something to rip from your hand. My guess is this one. Get out of here. And then I do this into activate the effect into this, doing this and this. And then activate this to put this in the graveyard. And then activate a Deer Servant to put this in the graveyard. And then add this to hand. And then summon this. And end. Activate this. Can I set it? And if I can set it, can I immediately burn it in red? I think the answer to that question is yes, I can. Yeah. Let's go! Let's go, buddy! He knew. He knew he was about to get fucking locked. My dailies, I'm just... Wait, what? The daily? I have 18 days left? What kind of fucking daily is this? Duel in solo mode. No, I don't wanna. What even is in solo mode? Every time I look at this, I'm just like, why would I ever do this shit? You know, like, who gives a fuck? Guys, what's my ranking, guys? Where am I? Where's my ranking, bro? I wonder, where do most people rank in Master Duel? Because it seems impossible for you to not be gold, right? Like, everyone has to be gold. Yeah, okay, most are in platinum. Okay, that's what I have to assume. Is that most people who play like at all get into platinum, and then diamond and master tier are like your, you know, not casual players anymore, like more like actual players, and then master tier is like master tier up. Now with the new master tier, you know, you have your top players in master tier, obviously. Wait, what? What? How? I just started Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm still in silver after 15 wins, 1 loss. Have I even played 15 fucking games? What the fuck? Ever? I don't even know. I don't know. Like, unironically, you just get to gold so quickly. Just spam. If you even think you can lose, just fucking quit. I don't even know. I'm all plat. I play like 3 to 4 games max a day just for missions and gems. Honestly, I just play for fun, and the opening pack causes the most everything to me. It's just funner to be in the still. Yeah, true. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna stick to my word on the fucking going thing because holy fuck my throat. I don't want to speak anymore. So, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you did. If you didn't, I still appreciate you. And smell ya later, Alice Skater.